Day 2, Team Solo Hard versus Team Unbreakable Shadows. Going to be an interesting game. Shaco, Flashless, Smite Ignite got picked, while we have a Jace for the first time in the tournament. Shen top lane also for the first time in the tournament. We'll see what happens. Expecting nothing too early, but Shaco will probably look to use as much of his early power as possible with invades slash solo kills.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Early game, no level 1 shenanigans. Everything seems to be playing out normally. Shaco seems to be starting off with his normal route of killing everything with W. Smite the Grom and then start the blue buff. Probably will try and invade the red buff from the enemy team. Both junglers starting their blue buffs. Lissandra leeching for Shaco, even though he absolutely does not need it. Comes out of the Gromp basically full HP, going to start off his blue buff, getting it feared. Early game, I would have to give the advantage to Team Solo Hard because of their early game picks such as Shaco, Jhin and Malzahar. Lissandra could be really good for the CC versus the Shen. Can stop his TP with two different abilities and his ulti with two different abilities. W for the root and R for the root stun. Will be an interesting sight to behold. Shen can only taunt Lissandra, so after he taunts, he has nothing else to stop. That's an invade from Shaco on the red buff, stealing the red buff before Zac gets here. Zac will be spotted off from the ward, gets the box down, notices that the steal is going on, and decides to go loop-de-loop all the way around. Shaco ends, auto-attacks him once, twice, dagger, procs the Thunderlords. He probably will not get the passive down, pushes him all the way back to the tower, 2 boxes in his jungle, says CY @ and looks for Zac to try and start his golems. This is going to be really interesting. Shaco goes in invisibility, looks for Zac, auto-attacks him, ignites, pox his passive. Notice the Krugs is focusing the Shaco. The box from the Shaco actually killed one of the blobs from Zac with perfect placement. Jace goes in for the intercept, gets speared, gets silenced, has the pop barrier and is probably going down here. Second blood to Shaco, gives the assist off to his mid laner. Amazing roam from both mid lane. That was job well done. Bot lane seems to have expended most of their mana due to the poke from Jin's last auto attack with the 100% crit chance. Ezreal is running low, really low on mana. 2 Qs tops. Uses E once and he's going to be out of mana for the rest of the fight. Lulu is trying to shield him as much as possible. I wouldn't recommend this normally, but due to the fact that they're getting pushed all the way to the tower, they need to try and minimize the damage taken to give Ezreal the free time of taking off most of the CS. CS wise, 32 to 19. Very poor from the bot lane of Unbreakable Shadow. The lead is just growing. Same with the mid lane, 28 to 20. That's a full wave. 28 to 12 on Shen's side. Shen should be Shaco starting off his red buff, takes it full HP, probably will look for another invade. He's got the most items in this game. Power spike will be hit sooner than regular time due to the 2 early kills on Zac. Zac is behind in the jungle and behind on levels. 2 levels behind Shaco actually. This is not looking good for Team Unbreakable Shadow.
Watching.
Bot lane getting pressured off. That was a really good ward from Janna, placing it just before the tri-bush, knowing that there's a good chance Zac might come here. Shaco's looking for the invade. Jace notices. Ghost is popped by Malzahar, uses all his combo plus the ulti. Auto attacks once, twice with the shift, 3 times, block Thunderlords and kills him under the tower. Takes 2 extra tower hits. I'm pretty sure he could have not taken them. Nonetheless, gets a kill. Jace uses barrier. No passive on Zac. Shaco goes all in. Hits him with the ignite. He's probably gonna go down here. Nice timing, good mechanics, knows his limits. That's another kill. Zac is level 4 to the level 5.5 from Shaco. This is not going well at all for Unbreakable Shadows. Top lane, Lissandra ultis Shen right under tower and says, you know what dude, I don't care. I'm gonna force you off of this tower. Shaco and Team Solo Hard start off the Earthquake, getting it extremely quickly from taunting off from the Malzahar passive pets and the Shaco box, making it hit them for the least amount possible. Nice mechanics using the box and the minions to juggle aggro. Taunt misses, jump also misses from Zac. Lissandra ease forward and jukes them both. Gives them a nice taunt slash laugh just for the BM, showing them that she can out sustain and out juke both of them. Top lane has accumulated a 45 CS lead on top of the Shen. The tower is basically going down here. Less than a quarter HP. Zac cannot really help this. Even if taunt were to land twice over, Lissandra still has more than enough to sustain. That's first blood tower goes to Lissandra. I think it accumulates to 750 gold because of the first blood. This will open up the map and gives global TP pressure for Lissandra. Zac shows up back again, hits the E this time, lands the taunt again this time. Lissandra has to flash out, uses the claw, has to get away, calls in backup, forgets that there was a tri-brush pink ward. Jace roams top lane, sees what he can do, has to back off. Shaco is going to meet Jace right here, auto attacks him, once, twice, procs the Thunderlords, chases Zac all the way to the second tier tower. Flash ulti from Malzahar could get a kill right here from Jace. Has to blow barrier, could kill him with the proc from E Shiv on Shaco, plus the E dot from Malzahar gets Malzahar the kill. Janna shielded Malzahar, giving her an assist as well, just for mental support. Bot lane is getting 2v1 by the Jhin and is out-trading both of them. The Janna comes in for the support, he ultis, misses twice, third miss, fourth miss even after the Janna lands the Q. Peculiar aim, but it's okay. Ezreal actually gets off half HP from Janna, gives a nice trade, but Jhin could have done better. Jhin could have definitely done better than this. Mid lane continues to pressure the Jace, 74 to 53, CS lead, 45 to 16 on Zac. Zac, what are you doing? You're behind on levels, you're behind on farm, you're not helping your team, and you're only dying. This is embarrassing. Cassandra ultis over the wall with her claw, gets ignite from Shaco on the... oh, the disrespect came out when he gave him the taunt from Shaco after igniting and killing him from the blobs. The kill got deleted to Cassandra because Shaco is fed enough as it is. Bot lane is being pressured off of the tower, half HP basically. This game has officially gone to shit. 6-0, minute 12 and 30. Almost a 6.5k gold lead to Team Solo Hard versus Unbreakable Shadows. Another blue buff steal from Shaco gives us the BM just to flash it for me. He knows I'm watching. At this point, Shaco is getting the ulti off onto the Ezreal. Shen taunts the wrong clone. Jhin hits him with the final fourth shot for the 100% crit and just deletes Ezreal. That was a nice play from Shaco. Nice reaction from Shen. It was just too much damage. The shield from Shen came in at perfect time, but it was just way too much damage. Lissandra, I don't know where she was exactly. Maybe she had low mana because she didn't stop the Shen TP, but it wasn't enough. Even if he had TP bottom, he would have only wasted top lane tower and would have just been taken out for free. So that worked out for their advantage, even though their Ezreal died. Malzahar continued to shove Jace into this lane. Jace is playing extremely passive, has Hex Drinker and Dirk, even though he should be building Ghostblade, regardless of the fact if he needs the magic resist or he doesn't. He should at least get one item and continue on. But he is respecting the Malzahar, maybe a little bit too much respect if you ask me, and is saying, you know what, I'm 0-3, I'm just gonna go for the defensive. Let's see what happens, let's see if it works out for him or not. Drake is live, it's the second Mount Drake, will help Team Solo Hard to snowball this lead harder. At this point, 15 minutes in, 7-0, this game is too hard to carry. Drake has been started and taken by Team Solo Hard. Lissandra continues to push in her top lane. Mid lane shoves in and goes bot to roam. They could potentially tower dive the Ezreal since he was alone, but they decide against it. Play it safe rather than sorry. That's what I would say. The CS difference is appalling, to say the least. 141 CS to 50 CS, 103 to 76, 128 to 78. The CS difference is too large to succumb even with kills. Lissandra could potentially kill the Shen right here. Forces a flash under tower, takes 3 tower hits and still has more than enough HP to spare. Malzahar ultis bot lane, gets an Ezreal really low, flashes out to the tower, gets Monsoon, takes out the Ezreal and the Lulu with his ease. Jin snipes with the final shot on Zac. That was an amazing play. 3v3 bot lane, they win the trade 3-0. The score right now is 10-0, minute 16. 30k to 17k. Do the math, boys. This game is practically over. Zac ease into the Shaco. Shaco ulti, trying to dodge some of the damage. He invis and goes behind the tower. Jace, I think, spotted him out. He sat still. And he dies. I just noticed that, believe it or not, that was the first kill of the game. Janna gets caught out, she has to flash out, she pushes the Q in, that's another kill. Come on guys, you had a clean 10-0, there's no need for this. Lissandra 1v5ing in between 5 people like a boss and dies for it. She kills twice, gets killed, Jace dies right after, Din comes in for the cleanup, helping to kill the Zac. Blue team gets a double, that's 3 for 2 for the blue team side. Not the best of trades, but any trade for the red team at this point is a good trade. Doesn't matter, it won't really help them, to be completely honest with you guys. This game is too far gone. Even if they make every single right play from this moment onwards, they need another 50 minutes of winning every single trade to have a chance at dueling the enemy team. It's basically impossible. Items are completely peculiar from Unkillable Shadows. Jace starts off with double magic resist, doesn't have his core items, which is Ghostblade, is extremely afraid of Malzahar. 1-4, 4-0 from Malzahar. The Sandra goes under tower, gets a 4-man ulti, 3-man snare. At this point, they're just getting knocked in, back around, and up and down, and just dying. They're just dying everywhere. Death everywhere. As I was saying, Ezreal is going for a Triforce first build with tier. Peculiar. Usually you would either take the Triforce into attack speed and continue on the AD side, or you would go with the tier and then continue to be late game with the Gauntlet, Iceborne Gauntlet, for the poke. He's doing a little bit of both. Not very recommended, not really efficient at all. Gold efficiency is really bad on this side. Zac trying to get some sort of jump in, gets an inhib. That's double inhibs down. Another fight in the middle. Shenko gets a double kill with his clone. Malzahar kills Lulu. Jin bowing out in front of the two front lines. They deal no damage to him. He wants the last kill. He gets kill secured. Not kill stolen, kill secured by Shaco. This should be game. They're on the Nexus towers. Shaco dies just because he's greedy and Zac jumped him. But the game should end relatively soon if they decide to finish it. Recall's coming out just for the BM. Ezreal tries to stall. Ezreal gets ultied by Malzahar. He's out, but he still gets hit. Malzahar has to roll his ghost, still dies, and they stall for another maybe 4 minutes. Sandra Jana planning to go 5v2 in the enemy base, not respecting the damage or the enemies at all. Let's see how that plays out for them. Lissandra in the enemy base, clearing out waves, no one pushing her at all. Lulu had to do something, gave her a polymorph, gave her a little bit of damage on her, half HP. Lissandra can probably kill the entire team, goes under a tower, in between the Nexus towers, goes into freeze, heals up with the ulti, gets ulted by Ezreal, gets taken out 1v4, just being greedy. At this point, it doesn't really matter. They're getting a third dragon. That's a triple dragon for you guys. If Team Solo Hard really wanted to, they could have probably ended this game 15 minutes ago. But the game is prolonged nonetheless. We'll have to wait and see. Jin has to flash after disrespecting the enemy's front line. Ultis from afar, Shake comes in to clone from shadows, hits the ADC twice, one-shots him. That was ugly, I have to say. That was really ugly. Ulti comes out from Malzahar, Jace gets a kill. Snare from Lissandra is doing consistent damage. Shen taunts 3 people, too little, too late. Front line goes down, and this should be game. Ace for Solo Hard, and Unbreakable Shadows lose this one. GG, well played.